We're just days away from the season premiere of the Emmy-Award-winning show on ABC, Shark Tank. Today, we're talking with venture capitalist Kevin O'Leary, better known as Mr. Wonderful, about what people can expect this season. So, Kevin, thanks so much for joining us today.
Great to be here. Thank you.
This show is all about the numbers. So let's run through some of these real quick. Over 300 episodes, over 1,200 pitches, over 15 seasons. Did you ever expect the show to become as successful as it is? Because you've been there since the beginning.
Nobody knew what to expect. Remember, this was a kind of a magic moment. I remember when we introduced it to the press, the first chance to talk to the television press, they hated it. They thought this thing wasn't going to work, that nobody would be interested in business. We were all wrong. We were all wrong. We couldn't have known how big this platform would become, but it captured that American dream. The essence of the American dream is entrepreneurship. And that's really what Shark Tank was about, is about, will be about forever. And every year, we're always 2 years ahead of the economy. The products and services you see in season 15 are going to really explode in 24 months.
It's really become kind of a milestone for entrepreneurs to come on the show and pitch their businesses to you all. And there's a lot of camaraderie on set with you and the other hosts. One thing about you, though, you're not afraid to speak your mind.
Make this happen
Candace,
together.
excuse me, this must be
So what
said.
do you think?
Why don't you sprinkle a little greed on it? I mean, I can't believe it. This is how I really am in real life. I think telling the truth about business, which is very binary, either you make money or you lose money, that's how it works. Why not tell people their idea is bankrupt and has no merit when they're wasting all their money and time on it? You only need one great idea to change your life. That's all you need. You know, the Sharks have been working together for 15 years, so we all came from different sectors of the economy. Barbara's to my right, and she's been there since day one. And I always say to her, Barbara, the only reason you get to the Shark Tank set on time each year is I buy you a new broom.
Yeah, you and Barbara, you guys are always messing with one another.
I think I've kissed her every season on some product for 15 years, and I still haven't turned to stone. This is great.
Oh my goodness. Well, speaking of the deals too, what do you look for in a deal when someone comes on the show and pitches their idea to you?
Well, first I look at the entrepreneur. Do they have the ability to execute? Number one. Number two, is it in a market that's either being disrupted or expanding? And number three, do the numbers make sense? Does the business model sound like it's going to work? And these days in a digital economy, I want to know CAC, which is customer acquisition cost, and I want to know ROAS, which are two new words you're going to hear a lot on Shark Tank season 15, return on advertising spend.
You've been in this business for quite a long time, and you've also been with the show since it first started, so 15 full seasons. A lot has changed in the business space since then. You know, what changes are you seeing in this industry, as well as will we see some of those changes unfold during this upcoming season?
You're right, it has changed a lot in 15 years, and the number one mega trend change, which even giant behemoth companies in the S&P 500 have found out, that most companies want to do 50% of their revenue direct to consumer. So the hottest deals on Shark Tank are companies that figured out how to sell direct to consumers and are mining that data, in some cases even using AI to do that now. We didn't have that 15 years ago. And the other thing that really matters, social media. Are you able to tell your story on TikTok, on Insta, on all the platforms? Who does that for in your business? That's the first question I ask a company now.
Yeah, I bet. And what are you looking forward to most? Since the season's coming out at the end of this week, what are you most excited for?
Well, this year the deals are huge. I mean, because there's no venture capital out there, because interest rates have gone so high, because it's much more stressful in the financial economy now. And by the way, history shows that companies started in these times of stress end up being wildly successful because the entrepreneurs have to be so much more resourceful. And so I'm very optimistic some very large deals are going to be coming up. But the size of the deals and the asks, many of them way over $1 million. We haven't seen that in a while on Shark Tank, in fact, ever. And so these are very large companies with sales that want that Shark Tank magic, that 100 million eyeballs to see their product or service.
Kevin, it's been great talking with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.
The new season of Shark Tank premieres on Friday, September 29th at 8 o'clock on WCPO 9.